Georgina Chloe Edewor-Thorley, otherwise known as Edewor, is British-Nigerian actress, television presenter, and a model. She gets in our Spotlight segment today from the UK. We talk about her growth as a producer in Nollywood since her advent into the Nigerian showbiz space for almost a decade now. She shares the success of a produced film, Breath of Life. She also tells us about the forthcoming project, When Love Strikes, her journey as an actress, motherhood, and everything in between.
Hi, I'm Edewor here on Spotlight segment for entertainment news on channels. I really wish I could be in Lagos for the interview, but I'm in the UK at the moment. However, I hope this will be a fun segment and you will still learn a lot about some of the experiences I've gone through as an actor and producer on my come up. So stay tuned.
Edewors' first television appearance was in 2006. when she competed in the reality show Britain's Top Model. She appeared in the theatre productions while studying at Warwick University and the New York Film Academy. Her first job in the entertainment industry was a production assistant to producer Damian Jones, and from then on her evolution began in the entertainment industry.
Interesting enough, I got into the professional world of film straight out of university. I was working for a film producer called Damian Jones, who's a prolific independent film producer in the UK. It's here, so I was able to learn exactly what it is to sort of make a film from the ground up. A lot of people may recognize me if they still remember the show Britain's Next Top Model, and that was the first time I was sort of in a television space, and that was a reality TV show, and I did that when I was 19. And then my sort of burst into the Nigerian entertainment space was with a show called 53 Extra, lifestyle entertainment show, where I was one of the co-hosts for 10 years. I did that show. So that was sort of my entry into the Nigerian entertainment space.
With her days of hosting the 53 Extra show behind her, Echo has since explored other aspects of her creativity, including filmmaking and producing for film and television.
I think it was interesting when I was filmmaking in the UK. For me, for some odd reason, I was more attracted to being on the other side of the camera. It seemed a lot more exciting. When I flipped that experience to Nigeria, I found it increasingly frustrating being in front of the camera because of my experience of production here. I just realized that there were so many ways that I could sort of contribute more to creating in the production aspect, because I realized that there was a lot of gaps.
She credits her days as a presenter as a key part of her learning process in producing, pointing out that her observation and participation coupled with interest were her key methods of learning at the time.
I also think as a presenter, when you're working on a show, any show, to be honest, when you end up learning about production as well, because you're such a part of the process. So I definitely think working on 53 Extra with, my producers alongside you as well, that you also learn a lot more about the process in Nigeria as well. Even as a talent, you get to observe if you're interested.
In recent times, Nollywood has witnessed the highest grossing movie from a woman, Funke Akindele, highest grossing biopic in West Africa from Bolanle Austin Peters. There has been other successes recorded from other women in the film industry, including Jade Osiberu. Echo shares her experience working as a woman in this space and a recent accomplishment with her produced film, Breath of Life, which had the highest wins at the just concluded AMVCAs.
I think women are really good at management. I mean, men are too as well. But I do think that women have this sort of tenacity when it comes to really manage, multitasking and, well, at least I find, let me talk about myself, I find that I'm able to sort of navigate many things at the same time. And it probably comes from having, a lot of women have to navigate being wives or mothers and a lot of things that they have to manage. And maybe that applies really well to being in the production space. I do think women are also very tenacious. What are the ups? The ups are what have I enjoyed about being a woman in the space? I don't know. It's such a hard question to answer, because obviously I don't know what the experience is like being a man, but I would say that when you meet, the ups for me have been working with team members that really respect your vision and don't, and there's a mutual respect there. BB, myself, Darren, we're such film buffs. We love film, we admire film, we study films from all around the world, and we knew the standard we wanted to reach. So we set a really high standard for ourselves, and we're just happy that we were able to reach that for ourselves, and then also that the audience was so receptive to what we did. It was amazing working with BB. BB is a force, BB is just energy. Like, he doesn't stop. Even when he's on set, he doesn't eat because he's so obsessed with like us getting through it. And in some ways I'm obsessive too. I'm obsessive with the details because a lot of the creative visuals in terms of like the tangible stuff, the sets, the costumes, the hair, the makeup was very much under my remit. It was under my sort of creative direction, and working with Kelechi and Frost to bring those worlds. I guess it has sort of reaffirmed to people that did not know the type of producer that I am, and the type of just the value that I bring to a production as a producer. Yeah.
She shed some light on her forthcoming produced film, When Love Strikes, laying emphasis on how it has brought her out of a comfort zone.
It's interesting because there's it's a kind of a coming of age story. So interesting, even though it's a football film for a lot of people, and it does have a lot of great football in it, and we had a lot of fun with that. For me, I'm like, what is the story? That's what's always important to me as a viewer. And that football might not be my passion. I was like, how will this be appealing to everybody, not just football lovers, but to women, men, children, families? And that was what I sort of focused on when I was producing this film.
Fashion being a forever favorite of hers, she describes her personal style.
I would say my style is very much a merge of classic and expressive clothing. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly trend driven. I appreciate fashion and the trends that come out, but I've always sort of dressed according to what I feel best suits me and expresses my personality. I've loved fashion since I was a child, but I would say, yeah, I'm a mix of classic and expressive clothing.
Her life as a mother and filmmaker intertwines harmoniously. She shares how.
So I have a very supportive family, which is always good to have. They say it takes a village, it really does, to raise a child. And also, I would say that my daughter is like she's a set baby. She comes to set a lot with me when it's obviously a safe environment. And she also I also have great friends that have kids the same age. So that some days when I can't get her on time, then she goes to play dates at their house. You just sort of figure out like a schedule that works, where she always feels like she has somewhere that she's safe and can be. Everybody knows her in every office I've worked with because she's a visitor all the time. She finds her little desk and she does her work. She likes to be involved. She likes to say action if the director allows her. So yeah.
Rekindling her inner screen goddess is sure in sight as she talks about her forthcoming work with Idris Elba titled Dust to Dreams.
I've just done, I did a project that Dust to Dreams that is directed by Idris Elba, and that will be coming out soon, I believe. So that's the next time you'll be seeing me in a project. I have, and then I have a film that I'm currently working on that I'm developing, and I'm going to be playing the lead. So I'm developing that with Nemsia, and that will be my first official lead role in a feature film. Hi, I'm Edewor, producer and actress, and I've had such a great time on Spotlight on Entertainment News 4 channels.